hoping we are almost done. It's gonna be taut. Of course, this one's bent, so. So, if my measurements are, correct, this might work. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about right there. Whew, it's gonna be tight. Depth's good. Yeah, that's gonna be tight. Oh well, we'll try it. I found another grinding wheel, so if we have to take a little bit more. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it fits. Now this is a I don't even know. I dug this out of the junk drawer. It's a 0.312 diameter. 5/16. Sorry. Yeah, it's 5/16 diameter Allen key. So, and what I did was I took it and I ground a slot in it that was the same height and width of the flat portion of this SAM7K pistol from Arsenal. So I've soaked this in a mixture of alcohol, like 70% alcohol, and some solvent. What do they call it? Hops number 9. It's been a while since I've used that stuff, but I found a little spray bottle of it in the bottom of my cleaning kit. But I've soaked it with the mixture to kind of make a, you know, a little solvent, and it's been soaked in there, and I scrubbed it with a brush, and I don't know if you can really notice it or not. Let me take this and move this tripod around really quickly, so bear with me. As I was scrubbing, I started noticing the finishes coming off right here. And I've always heard that Arsenal's finish is real weak, but I didn't know it was that weak. Yeah, the finish is actually coming off right there. And if you can see right here, you can see it's starting to flake off. I can't really tell what this camera can see right now. It's one of those, it's a GoPro. So hopefully you can see that. But yeah, just with alcohol and alcohol and that hops number 9, it's coming off. Because I noticed I had a lot of black on the towel that I was using to kind of wipe the excess off. And I thought, well, that can't be fouling because there shouldn't be really hardly any fouling right there, and it was coming off. It looked like Sharpie marker, kind of purplish. So, whatever. Anyway, guys, moment of truth. Moment of truth. This is hopefully going to work. It's tight. Well, shoot. Oh, it turned. Oh my gosh, folks, it turned. It turned a little bit. Holy smoke. Hang on. I'll probably regret that later. A little thread cutting oil, just in case. That might help. Holy smokes, folks. This thing actually turned. It actually flipping turned. Okay, I'm going to try the other way. Oh, it's turning. Oh, thank you, Redneck Sight Tool. Oh, man. Wow, guys. This is monumental. Even though I don't really think I should have to be doing this right now. I didn't, you know. But if Arsenal's not going to stand behind their product and fix their mess ups, then I guess we're going to have to do it for them. So, holy smokes, guys. I finally got it fixed. Oh, I'm happy now. I can somewhat get a resemblance of a zero. Now, I know you're thinking, well, what about that rear sight? Let me spin the rest around here. Sorry, I got a little mess here. Let me see if I can. Now, you notice the rear sight was loose, okay? Let's see if I can position this. Sorry, guys. I'm working on it. Now, I'm going to hold the top cover down. You notice the top cover is loose, which, you know, whatever. That's normal. Now, this over here is loose because that's the adjustment dial thing that you can flip the apertures back and forth with. So, it's loose. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch the base. Look at that. Solid. Now, stay with me, okay? Let's go down the rabbit hole just a bit. You'll notice you can see a little bit of white there. Let me shoot. Let's see. I was wondering how I was going to be able to tighten these rivets up, and I thought, for the time being, I'm going to need a usable pistol. So I was sitting down here brainstorming in my man room, and I happened to look down on the floor, and there was a piece of that cotton string from that other surplus buttstock cleaning kit that I tried to adjust the front sight tool with. Or the front sight tool. I used the front sight tool out of it to attempt to adjust the front sight post, which it failed. It bent a little bit, but I didn't break it, and I didn't want to force it too much because I needed it to replace the Arsenal one that I broke trying to adjust the front sight tool. But in the surplus package, there was wax paper, and it was held on with, it was wrapped, had some white cotton string wrapped around it. So I looked at it, and I was like, and I started measuring and looking at the gap that this was producing. And I picked up that little piece of cotton string, and I just kind of shoved it up in there. Because the way the dust cover, the way the top cover, dust cover, whatever, is designed, it's going to be kind of hard to get any type of shim up under there, especially with the rivets. So couldn't really adjust it any, but I started playing with that string, and I started spinning it up, you know, spinning it, making it smaller diameter in different places and stuff. Not to get too technical, but I just shoved it up under there, and I put it. There was enough pressure, and it is. I mean, it worked really well. Most of that movement is in the top cover, but I know this is not. You know, this is just kind of redneck engineering, I guess, but it's worked. And the sight is actually, I've got it kind of, I knocked it around a little bit, so I apologize for this. I knocked it around a little bit, and it is still, it's a lot straighter than it used to be. Let's just put it that way. And at least with this, I can get a decent 25 meter zero, and you know, make it a usable part of my collection. Let's put it that way. But yeah. Guys, redneck sight tool, well worth the 30 minutes of grinding and the mess I made. So I've rednecked this, okay? I rednecked this. This is going to be temporary. I may, since that cotton in there it absorbs stuff, I may lay a slight bead of maybe maybe some super glue or something, just to kind of tighten it up just a little bit. I mean, because it's pretty tight as it is. This is gonna be something we'll just have to wait and see. I've trimmed the edges of the string so it's not hanging out. This is not going to be permanent. I'm planning on having some custom work done in the future to fix this. That stupid thing over there where they cut the threads off of this and then pressed a fake booster on the end of it and then pinned it, and the muzzle of the barrel's actually right there. So I'm going to have to get that fixed. I'd actually like to have a functioning muzzle brake of some sort on the end of it, not a muzzle brake, but a flash suppressor, maybe a Bulgarian 4-piece or something like that. But the trigger issue, I'm still going to take the lower receiver apart and take a better look at it to see if there's any burrs or if there's a part missing. I've heard of the problem I've been having with it is they say that sometimes that'll happen if they forget to put a disconnector spring in it. So who knows? But it appeared to have a spring in it whenever I was testing it, and like I said, it's not been doing it. It's not been doing it as much, but I just bought a couple hundred rounds of 7.62, and I'm planning on burning that up this weekend. So as of now, I've got most of it fixed. Now we just got to get it zeroed. Hopefully, the only thing I'm asking of it is if it can zero and hold a consistent zero, and I can hit a silhouette target at 100 yards, I will be happy for now. Now I know it's probably going to be capable of more than that, but that's really all I'm going to ask of it right now. But pretty sad. Pretty freaking sad. And if Arsenal's watching this, this is ridiculous. You know? I mean, wow. This is what I've had to do to fix your product. I read on a forum that your tire valve stem core tools, these little tools right here, they kind of look like AK front sight post elevation adjustment tools. I've read that they work. They do not work. The little hole for the front sight post back through there it's either not big enough or the gap between the ears is not wide enough. So whoever said that, I mean, yeah, it would work, but you'd have to do some filing and some drilling depending on which tool you got.